In Faraday's law, everywhere we can say induced EMF in the coil is proportional to rate of change of magnetic flux, but in opposite direction. In opposite direction, so we take negative sign. Why we can take negative sign? What is the significance? Is it necessary? The negative sign is necessary is in the Faraday's law. That is need. Why it is necessary? Why it is need? For that, scientist Lenz'S is explained one law. On the behalf of his name is called Lenz'S law. This is important for 2 marks question. Now what is Lenz'S law? Induced EMF in the coil is oppose the cause of it. Induced EMF in the coil oppose the cause of it. Oppose, that's why negative sign is need. Okay? What is the Lenz'S law? Induced EMF in the coil oppose the cause of it. This is Lenz'S law. This law explains the significance of negative sign in the Faraday's law. What is the significance of the negative sign in the Faraday's law? Which is explained Lenz'S law. This law is called as magnetic inertia. Magnetic inertia. And also obeys law of conservation of energy. If it is magnetic inertia, compulsory it obeys law of conservation of energy. Okay? Right. Now we want to prove that. For that, let us take a coil. This is the coil. Now, this coil is associated with varying magnetic flux. When the varying magnetic flux is associated with the coil in the opposite direction, induced EMF is established as per Faraday. When induced EMF is established in this direction, you may be asked, why induced EMF is established in this direction? Why not in this direction? If induced EMF is established in this direction, okay, this is the magnetic lines of forces. Starts from where? North pole. End at where? South pole. Starts from North pole, end at South pole. If EMF is established in this direction, the result is invalid. Why it is? Now we want to explain. That is a proof. Okay, when the varying magnetic flux is associated with the coil in this direction, induced EMF is established in the opposite direction. When EMF is established and current passing through the coil. Current passing through the coil. When current is passing, which current is passing through the coil? Induced current passing through the coil. When the current passing through the coil along its axial line, magnetic flux is established or magnetic field is established. That is called which magnetic field or which magnetic flux? Induced magnetic flux. Listen carefully. Varying magnetic flux is linked with the coil. Induced EMF is established in this direction. When EMF is established in this direction, current flows. Current flows in this direction. Which current flows in this direction? Induced current flows in this direction. When induced current passing through the coil along its axial line, induced magnetic flux is established. Induced EMF is established in the coil is associated with varying magnetic flux in an opposite direction. Due to this EMF, means due to this induced EMF, in the coil, induced magnetic flux is established by flow of induced current in an opposite direction of varying magnetic flux. Okay, this magnetic flux is established by induced current. This magnetic flux is in which direction? Opposite direction of varying magnetic flux. That's why this EMF, induced EMF, oppose. What is the cause for this? This is the cause. To get this, which is the cause? To get this, this is the cause. This is opposed by this. How we can get this? Due to this. Listen carefully. The cause of EMF is this. The cause of induced EMF is this. When EMF is there, current flows. This current produce induced magnetic flux. Induced magnetic flux, what happen? Opposite direction of varying magnetic flux. Okay? This induced magnetic flux is in the opposite direction of varying magnetic flux. That's why this achieved by this. This achieved by this. This oppose this. This induced magnetic flux is oppose the varying magnetic flux. That's why induced EMF in the coil oppose the cause of it. That's why negative sign is necessary. Okay? It proved that induced EMF in the coil oppose the cause of it. So, negative sign is necessary in the Faraday's law. Negative sign is necessary. Why? Opposite direction. Here, induced magnetic flux is in the opposite direction of varying magnetic flux. Induced magnetic flux is in the opposite direction of varying magnetic flux because this law is called magnetic inertia. Inertia means opposing. Inertia, we are studied this about in first year, Newton laws of motion, inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. Inertia means opposing. Here magnetic field is opposed by magnetic field. Means varying magnetic flux is opposed by induced magnetic flux. That's why it is called magnetic flux. Due to this magnetic flux, due to this, heat energy is established. Why? Opposing. Oppose means energy is lost. Energy neither created nor destroyed. Due to the magnetic flux, one magnetic field is opposed to another magnetic field. Means some amount of energy is lost. The loss of energy is expressed in the form of heat energy. So, due to this, heat energy is established in the coil. It means law of conservation of energy is obeyed, this law. Okay? Due to magnetic inertia, some amount of heat energy is established in the coil. So, the loss of magnetic energy is converted as a heat energy. Means energy neither created nor destroyed. So, the Lenz's law is explained the significance of negative sign and also called as magnetic inertia, and it shows that obeys law of conservation of energy. Now, the statement is very, very important. Induced EMF in the coil oppose the cause of it.